Halito, waiting on people to get in here. I just got the phone with Creek, and he said he will be here on time tonight. So come on in. I was trying to wait the Chief Sana I got through, but she'll be through in a minute. She just reading off the surnames because I really don't like to go live when other people's live. I try to show respect. But Creek said he would definitely be in here on time tonight. Halito and Petuwaste, OCO, whatever's your greeting. I'm sitting here waiting on Creek to come in. Let's see if I'm. Let's see if I can hear myself. Um, Halito Chickahominy Bruce, thanks for coming, sis. Thanks for coming, sis, my sis. Halito Chickahominy Bruce, thanks for coming, sis. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to make sure y'all can hear me, so I had to turn on my phone. But we waiting on Creek. He said he will be here exactly at 7:30 my time, 8:30 his. So that'll give the room enough time to build up. Um, Let me see what I can go over. Oh, I'm tired, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I took my medicine too, my blood pressure medicine, and it makes me sleeping. I'm trying to wean myself off of it. So other than that, I have no other health problems. Um, Hope everybody's preparing for the winter solstice. I work 7 days a week, Chicken. I just got off work. So I work 7 days. I do private care. Some of my clients are private, and I also do group home. I've been with this girl in a group home for well, she's residential. She lives at home with her mom. I've been with her 11 years. So she's one of us. So, I've been with her for a long time. So basically I just get her and keep her with me all day long. But this working with this field can be tiresome because they have behaviors and everything. My day is smooth when she's not having behaviors, but I guess I've been in this field, like I said, next should be 30 years. Waiting on other people to come on in. I know everybody's still over there. Power BAP. His initials is BAP. High Vibe, Jonathan Crawford. Thanks for coming over. I like I said, I hate to go live when other people are still live. So I really do. But we put it off yesterday. Was it yesterday? Monday. Creek forgot it was late. And I finally talked to him. It was late, so I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do it because I had to get me some sleep. And tonight we probably do about an hour of law and civics. Like I said, we don't sell packages, y'all. I don't know where people are getting this. We selling packages because we're not selling packages. We just trying to tell you how to become a secure party creditor, how to become the creditor, not the debtor, how to get yourself out of that dead entity and become a living being. That's all we teach over here. We don't sell what they call sovereign citizen package. You are born sovereign. The hell you got to sell a sovereign citizen package for? I guess people. When they salty, they tend to spread lies and rumors. We moving over here. We trying to do things to help the people, not put people in debt. It's okay to donate. I know some people likes to donate, but nobody's going around town and different cities and states talking about $80 to $100 just for somebody to tell them one ancestor. Come on. And then, you can't let everybody know who's on your tree. No way, because people will steal your ancestors. Oh, they finished now, sis. That's good. Hopefully, I put it in the chat over there. Let me share it on my other page. I forgot. Let me share this on my other page. But definitely, like I said, nobody's is selling anything. Okay, y'all. All righty. I don't share that. Hopefully, people see it on my other page and come on over. That's what we're waiting on. We got 3 people, but hopefully people will see it and come on over and join, bring their energy, and let Creek drop some of his knowledge and wisdom on them. Um, hmm. Yeah, like I was saying before I start trying to share that this onto my main page. I'll be out of jail come January the 9th, so I'll be able to start going back live on my other page. You know, whole rumor that my page was taken down. My page, I said, basically like Facebook jail, they will put you in jail over here on YouTube too. So I was put in jail for calling out. I ain't calling. I'm just gonna say 2 weeks. Channel that tour she was doing. So they put me in jail for 90 days. My 90 days will be up January the 9th. So hi Vaz, sis, AJ B, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, like I was saying, you know, no package are being sold. No, we're just trying to teach you how to do commerce and how to do it the correct way. How to be able to. He's gonna teach y'all how to discharge debt, get your status correction. With status correction, we just meaning that birth certificate is what they're selling on up on Wall Street. That's how these people are making money off of you. You know, you don't want them to make money off of you, and then you don't even have access to the trust. They taking money out of your trust. Your job is literally paying you out of your own trust, and then you're turning around paying them taxes for hiring you. So you've been getting duped the whole time. Hell, I've been getting duped the whole time till about 4 years ago when I stopped the taxes. 3 years. It'd be 3 years now. Once I found my nation and went back into the Sioux, the Saponecada by nation, I stopped it on my job. I'm like, I'm not gonna pay y'all a damn. I know exactly what y'all doing. So yes. Um, like I said, come on in, smash the like button. He should be here in a few minutes. He said he will be on time today, so that's a good thing. Halito Bronze Flat Power, how you doing, my brother? I know it's been a long day. I know y'all been from chat to chat. People probably think we don't work because we stay live, y'all. We stay on live, but I actually do work. I actually work while I'm on live. So I'm waiting on Creek. Wow, cold game. I am learning. Yes, it is a cold game. They have duped us, y'all. They have none of this was taught in school. Not even when they were teaching the civics, they never taught you this. All right, hi Vaz, Pony Locks. I'm glad you was able to find some of your people doing the genealogy. Hi Vaz, stay woke indigenous. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm waiting on Creek. He said he will be here on time. Salute my brother nonetheless. Your boy's on his way now. I want to let you and Creek one day just run the whole thing because both of y'all know law and civics. So there would definitely be a great build. I know he was talking about Lion or something, Red Lion. He wants to come. So I would just let y'all do it. My page will be back up next month, and there will be more people. A lot of people don't know about this backup page. Salute, Wilmore Reed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're able to come on through. Like I was saying, yes. JB, yes, they've been duping us. They've been putting. And this is why we can't get ahead because we don't know what they know. We don't know the game. We've been playing checkers. They're playing chess. So yeah, this is why we stuck. And people wants to come out of the system. Then you got people telling them to stay in the system. But what has the system done for you since you've been in the system? Nothing. They want to give you something to keep you quiet and keep you docile. What happened on? Oh, that's winter solstice. That's when there's supposed to be this great energy surge. People want to say, "Oh, it's Christmas, oh, it's Jesus' birthday or whatever," but no, it has everything to do with the energy that's going to come. The planet, has everything to do with Mother Nature, the Earth. Smash. Yeah, that's what it has to do with. So a lot of people getting ready for the winter solstice. We are over here. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I don't celebrate break pagan holidays. These all their holidays about them getting rich and you staying poor. And if you poor, you will never know anything because you don't have no money to have access to nothing. And that was their whole thing by keeping us asleep. As long as you sleep, you don't know nothing. You just comfortable with whatever they giving you. But guess what? You got more, way more, because everything they give you is coming out of your trust anyway. It's coming out of your trust. Even your income tax come out of your trust. But then if you claim too many people, they want to tell you they're gonna take you to jail and this, that, and the third, but they taking it out of your trust that they done made on you. What should we do on one associate? I'm learning, Jonathan Crawford. My first time doing this will be with the Neville's this coming weekend. We're gonna be doing it on the 21st. So I will let y'all know. I know Lyric and them may do it live. Um, and I'm ready. I'm ready, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're gonna be down there in Louisiana. They right down there in the parish right there, a couple of minutes outside of New Orleans. So they down there with all that energies there, all the ancestors. So y'all know all down through there, the ancestors be roaming. So and that's the side where my dad's side, they down there in Biloxi, right there at New Orleans. So yes, I'm excited, to get away. I need a break, and I actually need a break from YouTube and Facebook because there's so many sleeping people, and I'm not praying that we're not praying. I'm summoning the ancestors to protect over us, and and for our people, do not go and get in these lines for these shots. I don't know. We got people keep talking about it's their job. It's their job. Damn their job. Find you another job. It's time for us to really start working for ourselves, y'all, to be honest with you. Yes, it is phone docs. It's very spiritual down that way. I don't know why my computer is so slow, y'all. I'm looking on my phone. That's how I see when other people chatting. I see it on my phone first before I see it on my screen. I tell you what. Oh, y'all, y'all, I'm so sorry for y'all. I took my medicine. Salute, KSR. I don't want to mispronounce that last part, but salute, welcome. Come on in and give us your energy. The energy is what we all about. High vibrations. Tell them don't care about that. Exactly. No, how you gonna be? People keep saying it's their job, but what if they kill you? That job gonna still be here, and you're gonna be dead and gone. Don't trust these people. Don't trust them. I know I don't. I wish I could share a video with y'all, but I'm waiting on Creek to get in here. It's 7:33. He said he'll be here on time. Now Creek, come on. Told me you'll be here on time. High vibes, Samantha White. But people think it's worth it, Samantha. They actually believe, they offering these stimulus with AKA stimulus checks or whatever for basically you are selling your life for pennies. You should be worth more than that. I don't know what it kept, but you know how these YouTube all on Facebook is the same old thing. They all with the bull. Uh, Salute Brandon Roger. Salute my brother. Thanks for coming. Okay, Creek. Okay, 3 minutes and I'll be ready. Okay, he said that's him in the chat. He said he'll be here in 3 minutes and he'll be on for about 45 minutes today. He do private on Zoom and he'll be telling y'all a little bit more about that because, some people like to have that one-on-one or have like a group where it's not per se right here on the live because y'all know people listening and where he can teach you and everything. So Yes. But he said he's coming. Yeah, people really treat their lives like pennies. You literally selling your life for pennies. It ain't even worth it. I don't want nothing. I didn't even get the stimulus. I ain't studying them people. I ain't failed in years, and I ain't studying them people. High vibes in these cars. How you doing, Halito? I ain't studying them people. I ain't thinking about them. That government is fraudulent, and everything they doing is fraudulent, and they know it. Our people put too much trust in the government that they know is corrupt. They see the corruption, and yet it's still they put their lives in the hand of these people. And at this day and time, y'all, if you ain't researching vaccines and what they already done to us, and the Tuskegee Airmen, and then how they did those babies, that gentleman we showed last night, how they did him and his friends, went over there in the Aboriginal community, took those babies and shot them up with radiation, blew holes out their head. Come on now. And these are the people y'all trusting. They always use you as a guinea pig. When you gonna see that? Even for the medicine we take. And these are facts. You don't have to believe me. These are facts. The medicine they give you ain't to heal you. It's just to put a Band-Aid on it. That's it. That's all it is. We have to look at it like it. High-vis carbonation or radar. Hi, welcome. But he said he'll be here in a few minutes, y'all. But yes, we have to outthink these people, because first of all, we're intelligent beings. They just smart. But see, they so conniving. They know about the American Negro, Indian, American Aborigine, Indigenous, Apache, whatever you want to call yourself. They know that by us having hardship all the time, all they got to do is just dangle something in front of us and we're going to go. And our people will have to get out of that mindset. It's back to the drawing board for us. It's true that just testing COVID is a sample. With that they putting those nanobites on that testing strip. It's already on the testing strip when they put it up in your nose. Salute, House of Nathan. How you doing, my brother? They can only treat. Right. Yeah, like trick or treat. You are so right. But most of the time we getting tricked. That's the sad part. That's really the sad part. You're right. Trick or treat. They show tricking us every time. People should be used by now, especially if you around my age, or I can't even say that, because a lot of people that's young know a lot that's really going on too. They're paying attention. People my age or older, they don't want to believe it, because see, they've been taught, they've been pushed by these pastors, and got them thinking if they pray harder and stay down on their knees longer, that some great man out the sky gonna come and raise them up and say, damn it, this is it. You ain't gonna keep messing with my people, and we finna do away with these parasites. When if he's so great, he can do it from the sky. He ain't gotta come down here. He can get them and start wiping their ass on off the map. Because this is a crime against humanity. That's what people fail to realize. This is a crime against humanity. What they're doing, Yeah, I know I ain't gonna play with them. High-Vis Jacharian Fraser. I hope I pronounced it. I don't want to mess that up. Welcome. Yes, it's a war crime, and people don't even see that. The sad part, y'all, our people don't even know they're at war. That's the sad part. They don't even know they're at war. They don't know they're POWs. They just still out partying. Ask my mom. It's a nervous today. She caught the COVID-19, but her and her staff was testing them 2 times a week. My mom's recovering. No, she don't need to go back. And matter of fact, that she's been testing Those nanobites is already probably up in her brain. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Um, Janice said you could do a dry fast. Burdock root. Where's my bag of medicine right here? These are like uh Irish sea moss, bladderwrack, and burdock root blood cleansers. And definitely take that. You got to cleanse your blood out. These people are diabolical, y'all. They diabolical. They said now I heard they were saying they already been putting it in our food. Can't make this up with these people. Hi, vibes, Mama Bear. How you doing? Salute, salute. Salute, James. I'm sorry, my brother. Thanks for coming out. Creek said he'd be ready in 3 minutes. Been over 3 minutes. But yeah, a lot of people need to wake up. And like I tell every time I go live, look, be prepared, prepared. It's better being prepared than not. I don't care if you have to go out and buy a whole lot of stuff and have too much. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Because you don't know what they're allowed to do. If a lot of us say we're not gonna take it, that's gonna be a way for them. So we just shutting down the city. We ain't letting no trucks move or nothing. You ain't gonna be able to get no food or nothing. So I'm telling you to prepare. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. And this, and we should always be prepared because look what we did. We're dealing with demons. Hell, tell y'all that we need to be the demon slayers. Because we want to slay a lot of these motherfuckers, whether we want to or not. Because these people is coming after us, whether we want them to or not. We hoping they don't, but they already been. See, that's the mindset of the church in you. The pastor got you thinking, God is there and he's Jesus, he's going to make your enemy your footstool and you ain't got to worry about nothing. Then what happened to our ancestors? If Jesus heard my ancestors crying, why he didn't come down here and stop the fuck shit? Yes, the mark of the beast. We sure are. I just give things in plain, I know everybody don't believe in what I believe, but I use common sense. How many of our people gotta be slaughtered down here, just slaughtered by these things that's running around here that y'all think they love us. Or y'all think that they are us because they upright walking and talking. There's different species down here, whether y'all want to believe it or not. So it's definitely best, we get on our P's and Q's. I told my mom to quit and beg to. Yes, I hope it ain't messing. I'm gonna tell y'all, my nephew took that test. My nephew wound up in the hospital with a blood clot. They said it started behind his heart. And but he had never been sick or anything. Next thing we know, he's up in the hospital. He said he was at work closing down the plant because he's the last person that only have first shift now. So he was the last person to leave the plant, but he had to make sure everything was closed down. But before he was the last person in there, he was trying to talk to a couple of the guys, and they was tripping because they was like, why you sound like it? And he kept on like, man, I don't know what's going on. But they left, and he made it to his truck, got in his truck, and he was able to call his daddy. And so what happened? My other nephew was over there too with his daddy, and daddy couldn't understand what he was saying either. So he sent my little nephew over there to get him, and he rushed him straight to the hospital. What it was, they said the blood clot came up and went into his left side. Didn't go. Thank God, didn't go to the right side of the brain because he wouldn't, it would have messed him up. But it went up, and they did whatever they did. It went in there and released, so they get rid of the blood, stop the blood. And so he's back talking and walking and everything. But I told him, fuck that job. He has his own. He does landscaping during the summer, and he does real good. He got a big ass business, But that's just during the summer. I said, well, you want to find something else that because my mama husband taught them how to build houses. Like I said, go back into building houses. Shit, let these folks fuck y'all up on because of a job. He went and took that test All because one of the guys working at the plant tested positive for the COVID. So they made everybody go take it. See, this is the type of the dumb, but there's a lot of pale skins that know about this shit. There's a lot of them know about this because I see more videos on them talking about the shit that these damn demons is doing more so than ours. We don't hear a lot of people of ours talk. You hear us talk about it because we know what's going on. And we know that we're the American Indian, Aborigine, Indigenous, Autochthonous people of this land mass right here. So you will hear us talk about it more so. Because the rest of them over there, they believe anything the goddamn TV put out there. We ain't believing or trusting shit. We don't trust nothing they damn it doing. Nothing that's coming out of their mouth, and I don't care if it come out on the damn news. I ain't believing shit. Some of the elders I know who was these hospitals and nursing homes since March. Yes, a lot of them has died pony locks. A lot of them. I tell my mom all the time, you don't need to go to the fuck them. What you need from the store, I go get it. Motherfuckers ain't using no scare tactics over here. I ain't fucking with these folks. Salute KSR. Welcome, welcome, welcome. High Vibes, Caden, that boy. Let's see if anybody else I miss. I guess it's everybody. We still waiting on Creek. He said he was on his way. But yes, I just don't trust him. And my nephew, he was in the hospital for a couple of days. Then come to find out his mama, which is my sister, she said she took one of those tests too, because she worked at a nursing home. I just looked at her and shook my head, telling her, I need my job. I said, well, you go right here, we'll bury you. God damn it. Be that goddamn dumb for these fucking folks. And the more y'all hear me talk, because I talk to my family the same way. I talk to my family this way. They can be a damn fool if they want to. And what I say, a lot of people ain't gonna make it, y'all. Because they really believe in this system. They don't want to let go of this system. These people think that this system is for them. This system has never been for you. This system has always been about taking what you have. Pony likes, I ain't lying shit. I just look out and told my mama, You can't make a dumb ass shit up. Now they hear me talking like my little sister. I told her, I said, you gonna make the work, because they been having her work from home. She worked for the state. Secretary of State, Tennessee. And I said, you gonna take that test? She said, I don't know. I said, I don't know my ass. Y'all keep playing with the goddamn pale skin folk. I just can't make this up, y'all. I got some people in my family just as dumb as a box of rock. My sister been working for the state. She been there for almost 30 years too. Now, she got that kind of faith because she work around those folks all the time. Keep on goddamn having faith in these motherfuckers fucking your ass over. Have ass sis, have ass Jack. How you doing? But yeah, they just have too much faith in this system. I don't know what's wrong with our people. They can look at videos of them getting gunned down in the street and everything else. Have ass Starlight. I can't remember the L Bay. All righteous area. Have ass sis. How you doing? Welcome. It's like telling our people, it's like talking to a damn wall, y'all. You can tell them don't have no trust in these folks. These folks is out to kill you. They'll look at you like you crazy. But they will see the police gunning them down on TV. They can look back in history of all the things that they have done, all the slaughter they have done, and yet they still have faith. They still have faith in this system. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what is it gonna take. I just don't know. Let me call Creek. Creek is taking look at him. I still gotta go to work in the morning. And he just sat there and said he was on his way in 3 minutes. It's been a whole almost 30 minutes. Well, it's been 30 minutes since I talked to him. Yes, we can. We have to get back to farming, sowing. Are you coming? Oh. Okay, I'm waiting on so I can add you. Okay, bye. Um, yes, House of Nathan. Give you pills to keep you here. You showed on it, and you ain't never lied. But I'm waiting on him. He said he's waiting on stream, y'all. It's taking so long, y'all. Um, I lost my train. I'm ready for December. You ready for December the 21st? All right, all right. We got somebody in here waiting for winter solstice. But yeah, our people, hey, it's gonna be a lot of them ain't gonna make it, y'all. Cause they running down there thinking if they take this test, and then you hear them saying that it's not one time you take a shot. It's a series. They want to make sure it's in there to go on to kill you. Might not kill you the first one, might not kill you the second. But just keep on taking them. We got something for you. We're gonna knock you off slowly. A slow death. This is what these people been doing to us for a long time, a slow death. These right here is like on steroids. These shots are gonna be on steroids. Everybody that took that vaccine need to be, hell yeah, need their ass whooped. Need one of them old grandmama ass whoopings. You know, it's out here talking about pick your poison, y'all. I don't know. And then they got, people acting like they taking the shot and they showing that they're not even putting nothing in them. And y'all, this shit right here, they doing anything to get you over there to take that because they don't want nobody else. They just want y'all asses in there. Have asses, have ass, Gretchen. Yes, they are. Don't tell you can't tell them nothing. They're gonna drop dead. They damn sure gonna drop dead messing with these damn people. And you notice who they keep saying, the African Americans. We want, they're the ones that's being mostly dying from it. Yeah, because we're made different. Just tell the damn truth. And what y'all doing with those ventilators is what's killing us. Diabolical. Yes, a big mama beatdown is what they need. They are. That's who they're going for, AJ. That's exactly who they're going for. I know it ain't no African American, but see, our people actually believe, Jackie, that they're African American. They actually believe they two continents. You can't tell them they ain't two continents. You better not tell them. Don't you take Africa from them? You better not take Africa from them. They got hope in Africa. Africa over there getting their ass put by the Japanese. We over here, damn it, bow down to the pale skins because they think the pale skins is the only person that got the answer to counsel. They think they're the only one knows so much. And oh, how wrong they are. So if everything goes planned, the Japanese finna be over here beating the China, whatever one of them is already at the border waiting to whoop their ass. So same way they get that energy, ready to fight their own. I hope they ready to fight these nunchuck motherfuckers that's coming over here. And that's why I would see all these buildings. You blocked from Facebook? Oh Lord, they done blocked you. How long you in Facebook jail? These folks here, I see. I'm trying not to do nothing, to say nothing. They told me they're gonna delete my whole damn page if I keep on. So I just said, well, fuck it. I'll leave Facebook alone. I just come over here and fuck with the folks over here. Now I will go live and cheat 2 weeks when she keep on fucking with me. I know she probably somewhere 30 days. I'm telling you, I got two pages on Facebook, y'all. One day I came out of Facebook on my main page. The same day I went in jail on my second page. I said, I'd be damn. I'm over there talking shit. I come back, they got me blocked. I said, well, let me go over here. I think my 30 days up, and that was the day my 30 days was up. Hi, Vaz Airboy. How you doing? Yes, now they talking about deleting your page. You know how dirty and low down they is. Oh, you talking about over here on YouTube, Kaden, or over on Facebook? Because I got two pages. My other page over here is the original Copper Empress. That's the page will be back up January the 9th. I can't say 2 weeks had me shut down, but she wanna act like she didn't flag my channel. But she flagged my channel because I took the screenshot. And the reason why they shut me down. So, but I come back up. I'll be out of jail January the 9th. The case keep going up because people keep taking the test. Yes, yes, they are. When I tell y'all, this is what I heard. Have I salute hardline boss, y'all. It right here in my neighborhood, right up the street is where the first so-called black hospital, y'all. When I tell y'all, the line be up the street around the corner, and I be driving past seeing our people, I be like, oh, motherfucking fool, look at them. If it's time for your ass to go, it's time for your ass to go. Don't let these folks scare you into doing some dumb shit. You know, it's sad, y'all. It's really, really sad. They were literally, I'm talking about the line, y'all, was around the corner. I was like, are they serious? And then they're looking at you because you don't got no mask on, like you done something wrong. Now, check this out. If you got the mask on and I don't got the mask on, don't that mean your ass safe? What the hell you worrying about me not having on a mask? Here go Creek One and Water. I got the time. We got 36 people in here waiting on you.
Peace. Yeah, I'm late to this honor of Streamline. Streamline has tried to lag my computer and made it so that when I push the button, it's not active. I had no problem all day. That's how I know it's Streamline. All day.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, you say you gonna go for an hour?
Yeah, we go for an hour or less. I'm just gonna do the basic questions and answers, and we're gonna go in and continue from last week's when we talked about contracts in regards to dividend standing, and the next stage after and during the time that you do the declaratory statement, which is Title 46 citizenship. Okay. So,
okay, I'm mute and let you. I know you want to share. I'm gonna get that ready.
I'm going to do an intro.
We're gonna do an introduction, let them know, and I'm gonna mute and I'm just gonna share. Anything wrong, Creek?
You hear me?
I can now. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good, excellent. I tried to put the intro in, and something happened. It didn't play that. So, but anyway, so let's go ahead and start. Without any further delay, I've been getting a lot of email queries and concerns about the declaration. So we're gonna keep it on the decoration. Amongst all the other things too. We're gonna also kind of mix it up a little bit, talk about contracts and how it pertains to once you have your pre-American Indian status. Okay, the Declaration does correct your status. The Declaration does take the Negro off of your certificate of live birth. The certificate of live birth is, in fact, a stock certificate which holds value or the amount of a shareholder or represents the beneficial owner in the amount of shares or investment or interest that you have in the strawman. Okay, and the declaration, what it does a number of things, but one of the key components is it separates you from the non-juristic person, aka the legal person, aka the strawman. Okay, from somebody that represents, or somebody that's an agent, or somebody that's a president, or however you want to be able to present yourself and your status to who you are by law. Okay, so your status by law. Okay, for an example, Creek Running Water, my business is my government name, which is Maurice Ben Ivy. Okay, so the full name would become my business. Okay, that the government created. Okay, but I took it over, the real Maurice Bennett Ivy. Okay, and both of them spelled different. Okay, and then you have Creek Running Water, who used to be Maurice, the family name Bennett Ivy. Okay, that works in both capacities, but he's never the straw man. But sometimes I have to use my name, okay, to represent the straw man, which is the same name, okay, but it's separate from the legal person and the natural person. Creek Running Water is private and doesn't exist in the public sector at all, period. So you have three entities, okay? So let's get into, because a lot of people are getting to that point where they're getting a declaration, okay, and they want to know, okay, once I fill it out, where do I send it? Well, okay, I sent mine, okay, one of the first places you want to send it to, or two places you're going to send it to before you have it filed, and then another 4 places after it's filed. And the reason why we're going to get into that, okay? But the first thing you're going to do is you're going to alarm, I call her the fraud queen, because she's not a real queen. So the fraud queen, Elizabeth Battenberg, okay? You see right here, if you can see my screen, when mine was done, this is back in 2014. Okay, I did mine almost 7 years ago. And that's okay, because it took me a year or two to learn the declaration before I sent it out. So I knew about it a little bit before that, but like a lot of people, it took me a while to really come to the reality of what it was, the components, law, civics, and how I can, conglomorate and put all of it together so that I can better assess that. Assessment means to use it in a way where, it's taking care of your business, okay? So here's the proof of that. I sent that out to the fraud queen, Elizabeth, okay? And I also sent one to the Vatican. The Vatican, from my understanding, from my research, extensive research, shows where he is one or part owner of DC. So when you talk about DC is regulated and it's controlled and operated like a 508, I want to say election. Okay, so a 508 Section C, if you go to the IRS, 508 election is basically similar to a 501c3. Okay, but with a 508, it's non-taxable. Okay, all it is an election to say, hey, listen, when you call up the IRS, or if you want, Internal Revenue Service, they're going to be able to put you in a category to see if you're taxable or non-taxable. Okay, well, a 508 by election is automatically a election for churches, okay, or anybody with a religion that is claiming to be a church. The definition of church is not a congregation where you walk in. Well, actually, it is a congregation, but it doesn't always have to simulate a Christian church. A lot of people would dispel anything or any involvement with religion, when in fact, a lot of what you do every day is religion. It's considered to be religion by terms, okay, by terminology. The terminology that the IRS uses for a 501c3 will not be the same thing as what you've been told in school. Okay, it's going to be something totally different. Churches actually could be anybody that comes together, which translates as a congregation. You actually could have a house and make that your congregation, your family coming together, a tribal meeting, a powwow and so forth. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't be called a powwow. But if you have a gathering of people for one cause, and you can make that mission whatever it is, doesn't have to be Christian, doesn't have to be Islam, doesn't have to be any other. It could be your culture and your religion. That's the one good thing about having a declaration done, because when you include your status, okay, as indigenous, or in the indigenous standing, and you have standing at law, that also includes your religion and your culture all in one. Your religion and your culture is a religion. It's something that you practice every day. And because they're not considered to be indigenous, they can't check off and check on what specifically what you consider to be your religion. If you get up and you do an invocation, and you make a plate of food, a cigar or something that your ancestors like, a plate of candy, and you set that out there, and either out loud or to yourself, you meditate for every amount of minutes you do that, that's considered to be an invocation. That right there is considered to be a religion. Now, if you have a few people, because of COVID or the coronavirus, we can simulate the same thing and be online and do that. It still would suffice as a congregation. Okay, so I tell people all the time, to have more people involved. If everybody does their declaration, it will just jam up the system because nobody won't be black. Now, some of the most common questions I've had about the declaration, let me just go straight to it. What does it do and how does it make you free? Well, my interpretation of slavery is totally different from everybody else. You're only enslaved in your mind. You think you're enslaved. You've been tricked into thinking that you're a slave. So because you go for it and you accept it, that's an agreement. That's a contract. You got to remember, the devil deals with contracts. Okay, he deals with signatures. That's either implied you came into the store. You came in, even though you didn't sign anything, you didn't say anything. The very fact that you came into Hardee's, or if they don't have a Hardee's, where you at McDonald's, because that's everywhere. It was implied that you was going to buy something. Okay, a lot of people will go to the bathroom or whatever, but it's implied you're going to do one or the other. You're going to come in, you're going to either order somebody to use the bathroom, or whatever, any facility they have in there. You've already contracted with McDonald's from the time you open that door to come in there. Now, if you go in there and you go in the section where they can't see you shoot dice on the floor, obviously that's going to be against their policy, right? So that's not implied, and it won't be something that you want to do, and then they're not, because it's outside of the terms of their agreement, it won't be something they agreed to, so you won't be able to do that, and if you are doing it, won't be doing it long. Okay, so that's just kind of an example of how some of the things that we accept as, even fear, we accept it. Death, we accept it. The fact that you're black, you accepted it. Okay, they never told you once that they were just going to make you black. Okay, they gave you a simulation. They made TV shows. Jane Brown gets on with the cape. I'm black and I'm proud. During that era when they started stamping paperwork to tell you you were black, we just accepted it because it was cool. The best movies that came out, Superfly, and we just accepted those things in the early 70s, late 60s, okay? So there was a transformation period, right? So once we accepted being black, also the 70s was the era of the soul. So a lot of people were into the black soul, black cosmos, but make no mistake about it, you even had indigenous people back then that we even knew that they were in there that knew it before that. Okay, and we always had people that knew that they were indigenous to this land, but the voice was just loud. The voice wasn't loud, okay, and it was just a whisper in the ear. But what we got to be aware of is that espionage has always been amongst us, okay? The minute that one person can come out and not take in regard that he's not being watched and trying to spread the news, like maybe say the prophet Noble Joe Ali, his thing was, and not just him, but a lot of other prophets before him and even now, was to spread the message, right? Well, these people were always under CIA scope, okay? It was always under the scope of the CIA or any other outside private military operation, okay? Once you do that, they just pick you off one at a time until they get to the head. They cut the head off and the body scatters. That's just how it is. The body can't operate without the head. Okay, and you know, in the 70s, there was a lot of that period of time. So we don't hear about the indigenous groups at that time that were, you know, prolifical in that time, and they were trying to bring out and tell people that we were indigenous. And even when we got to that point, where we were like Malcolm X is one, Martin Luther King was another one, you know what I mean? Just to add to some of the few that found out that, hey, we're not who they say we are. Okay, they made a claim on you and said that you were black. Okay, and in doing so, we accepted these titles, and they had put it on paper because it's on paper. Paper shows evidence that something was done. Okay, so we have to use the paper to uncontract with them. You know what I mean? Even though it's not pleasant to always do paperwork, a lot of people don't feel like we need to do it. But it's prevalent because this is the game, or this is the type of curse that they put on you. The genocide that they put on you was using paper. Okay, so we want to be able to reverse that using the same paper or something that's going to counter attack what it is that they're doing. Okay, so if you're fighting with a sword, you're not going to use your hand. Okay, you're going to use another sword, another light weapon of the sword, or more.
Hey, Creek.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
I think it's a humming sound. People is talking about a feedback, but it is like a humming sound coming from your.
Okay.
I don't know if it's your fan in your computer or what it is, but it's that same humming sound.
Okay. Streamline has been messing with this. They've been interfering with the
I'm about
community.
to talk up some so they can, you know, because
Can you
it's
hear
a
me?
humming.
Yo.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's a delay because I was talking when you was talking, and I didn't think you could hear me. But
Oh, okay.
they've been messing with. They've been interfering with the audio since I got on here. The only other thing I can say is I can, you know.
Oh, they saying it sound like it's your background, so it's probably that could be it. It's like a when you talk like a.
Yeah, I'm in a quiet room. I can get off and get back on, and then I think that'll clear it out and just relog back on. That'll take about.
You know, you see how I didn't want to let you on.
Exactly.
You might want to just talk up some because that's what they're hearing. Because I hear it too.
Yeah, because I got the volume all the way up. My voice is by the speaker. The only other thing I can do is just log on and log back off. It'll take about 3 minutes.
They said it sounds good now, so you might have to just talk up so you won't get it.
Yeah, that Streamline is doing that, so you know, I have control over that. But I'll go ahead. I'll try to just keep it loud, and if it does get back to a point where it's too much feedback, let me know. It'd probably be a better idea to just start over. But since we're already in the beginning, you know, I can continue. If enough people can hear me, then we'll just keep it moving.
Okay, well, keep it moving. They say you good. I'm muting.
All right, that's good. Okay, so having said that, let's get back on the declaration. All right, the declaration is imperative that we do that because they have on record that you're black. What you want to do is take a declaration. The declaration will basically say whatever you said, it's not true. That's it. Now, the reason why it's got to be a declaration because a declaration supersedes an affidavit. It's very like and similar to an affidavit, but different. Okay, so let's look up some laws real quick. Okay. Let's hope that Google won't try to do a search on the wordplay and do a blacklist on the words because I'm used to that too. I'll look up something and then the very next day look up the same thing and it'll be something totally different in definition. You know, they'll either take the site that I used to use and replace it with something else that's less something that's less explanatory. So. Okay, when to swear when you declare affidavit or declaration. Okay, so let's go into the evidence of what a declaration is versus an affidavit. Then we're going to take it from there. I'm going to break down the components of the declaration. And then I'm going to show you what a claim is because that's what the affidavit, the declaration is an adverse claim. Okay. The computer's going slow, just bear with me. We're going to bring up an affidavit versus declaration, everything you need to know. Okay. Understanding an affidavit versus declaration is important in the business world. Affidavits are written documents attached to an affirmation. Okay. So an affidavit is attached to an affirmation. Okay. That basically means that, you know, you're making an oath to something, to say something is either true or asserting a claim. Okay. Such as a notary public oath, and you use a notary, which will get, you know, because notary is both public and private. However, a notary stands as a witness, and they're also considered to be an officer of the court, which makes it so they're backed up by the full faith and credit clause. Okay, all right. All right, so a declaration. Okay, so which states the statements in the documents are true. That's an affidavit. Understanding an affidavit versus declaration is important. Affidavits are written documents, like we just talked about. The legal differences, declarations are sometimes called sworn statements. Okay, so basically, you're making a sworn statement. A lot of people will say, you know, I don't swear, like me myself. I don't, you know, when we're talking about in a business or in a legal aspect, I don't swear. I do affirmation only. Okay. Declarations are sometimes sworn statements or affirmations, okay, same thing, under the penalty of perjury. Now, see, this is where the difference is right here. Let me highlight that. Okay, an affidavit is just an affirmation with a witness, okay, and an officer of the court that will witness to what you're saying as a signed statement, okay, which is still, you're taking an oath, it's an affirmation, both of them are affirmations, okay, or sworn statements. But this one here, when you talk about a declaration, is under the penalty of perjury. Okay, penalty of perjury holds. Has the reason why they say penalty of perjury because penalty of perjury means that there's a penalty if you perjure yourself. Basically, to say, hey, I'm going to say something against myself that's not true, or you know, relinquish something to show you the truth after I've already lied. Okay, so if you have a situation like that, you're basically saying penalty and perjury. Okay, if I purge myself, then there's a penalty for that, right? So a declaration, especially when we talk about Title 46, okay, Section 31306, Declaration of Citizenship, which is the source for the declaration, or so the source of the indigenous standing, okay? When you go to Title 46, Section 31306, subsection D, small d, okay? What does it say? It says a person knowingly making a false statement of a material fact in a declaration filed under this section, okay, shall be fined under Title 18 in prison for not no more than 5 years or both. So you can go to prison for 5 years or fine or both. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't something that you want to play with. A declaration supersedes an affidavit because it has a penalty of perjury, which makes it another layer of affirmation more than what an affidavit would do. So when you make a declaratory to a statement, okay, you're basically saying, hey, I am telling the truth, and along with that, you go to the declaration. Let's go to the one I've done, seen it plenty of times. Okay, you got the a cover letter. This cover letter does come with the one that I have online. Okay, the one I do have online is it's just $40, but if you get that, you know me, I take care of you on the process. We go from step 1, step 2, step 3. People that I've noticed a few people in the chat that have already, you know, have got the declarations. I haven't seen anybody. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about the declaration. Okay, that I've been giving them, and so far, you know, it's been working for one of the ones that have had it filed. Okay, so but here you got creek running water. This right here is a list of all the attachments. Okay, there's attachments, and these attachments are statutes, provisions, codes. And some of these are actually, what is that? I'm sorry, I have my mind today. There's a lot going on. Treaties, sorry, treaties. I don't know if I could spit that out. Okay, so but I'll list all of them right here as attachments. Then when you scroll down, I have those listed in the first section of the statutory declaration as to give myself a foundation of my argument before I go into what is the declaration. Okay, so that's like the first paragraph, okay, or the first section of the statutory declaration. Okay, now having said that, okay, I make note of the vital records of registration there and the number that's used off the registration. When these are filed, you will have to file this with vital statistics. Vital statistics will get a copy of this, and you will have to state a claim that the one of the birth certificate of live birth that they have on file is not corrected, and that you are prepared to correct the statements of that. You have the information that shows and proof to back up what it is that needs to be changed on that certificate of live birth. Okay. That's why I say you take the certificate of live birth and the statutory, you put them together. Okay, it's like the sandwich. Okay, you got the meat, two bread. Okay, you got the bread and the meat. So when we put that together, okay, all that goes like a sandwich. It goes to the vital statistics. When it goes to the vital statistics, one, it's already filed. Two, you've already sent it out to both parties. Two parties. The two parties you're going to send it to is the Queen of Battenberg. I do have that address. Email me, I'll email it to you. If you've already one of the ones online that's been rocking with me, you got the declaration that the one is offline. Or if you don't have the one that I have, paid version offline, and you have your own, that's totally fine. I have people that email me their version of the declaration. I still will guide you, still will help you, okay? And we push you through, we correct any of the errors that's on there if there is. Connected to that, we send it out to two parties. Okay, the reason why is because we want them to know that we did a declaration, right? Everything is in a timeline and a sequence. You don't want to lump all your paperwork together like it was something you just got from a grab bag, something you downloaded offline, a bunch of templates, and just throw it in. It doesn't seem or appear to be believable, okay? And they will scrutinize you way much more than they would for somebody that's going to take the time, and at most times will take one document, two documents, three documents, and go through a process and send them out one at a time, two at a time, have it be whatever it be it may, okay? So you are going to send that and the one to the Vatican and have the address to the Vatican too as well, okay? So remember, these are declarations. Declarations, you don't want to put any false statements in there, all right? Now, the people that have the declaration offline is very similar, but it's different. When you get the one that's offline, my website or my landing page, you would definitely see that it's totally different. Doesn't mean that this one's not effective. It is, however, the one I have is updated and there's more things in it that is I would want to say more impactful. But just like when you're driving a car, you might have something that's beat up or looking, but it runs good. Okay, that would be a comparison, or to like the declaration that's here, because it still runs. It still will do the same thing the new one will do. But the newer one is much pleasant. It's updated. It looks, the presentment of it is just better. Okay, overall, what you're getting, we're definitely getting a dollar worth for that. However, I want to make note before we even go further that you will not put a jurat on the one I did. Okay, I had to learn this process, so I'm going back to check some of the things off that I did that I don't do from this point, because I know it's not the correct process. Okay, now I put a jurat here. I use the officer of the court, okay, to make an affirmation. But when you have a declaration, it should be a signature. You sign it, have a witness sign it. That is sufficient, or will suffice for a jurat or affirmation done by a notary. Okay, it holds the same thing. The only thing is when you have an officer from the court, okay, is in their jurisdiction, which is helpful, okay? But when you have a declaration, like say the Declaration of the United States, okay? Declaration of Independence, it wasn't signed by an officer of the court for the enemy, okay? And not so much as when I say enemy, I don't mean as much as the United States is the enemy, even though it may pose to be an enemy to a lot of people. You got to remember, out of so many thousands, between 1,000 and 1,000,000 people that all consider themselves to be officers that work for a branch of the government, not every last one of them took an oath, okay, to kill black people, okay? So we don't look at it like that, okay? Because some of these people will take the documentation. Some of these people I have met along the way have helped me even further in the process to tell me, hey, listen, sit down with me one day or when I come in, and they told me what I needed to do, okay, in order, versus me trying to find a process, or put something together where I was doing guesswork. They literally grounded me and say, hey, listen, no, you want to go to the court, you want to go to court rules, look this up, do this right here, and this is how you want to file it. And these were Europeans, okay, or Caucasians, right? So, we don't want to give everybody a hard time. Some of these people don't like the state that we're in, and they are trying to help you or be helpful. All of us have a story where we broke over and it was a white guy that came to help us. We all had that one story. I had plenty of times where, my people, kept right on going, with a tire flat or something. And I didn't have AAA at the time, and white man would stop there and take his time to go there, buy a tire, to give me gas, so forth and so forth, right? So we want to be mindful of that, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to be racist, right? And they're racist, fighting fire with fire is not winning. Okay, we want to be able to be, what we want to do is we want to be able to come to the table. We want to be able to gain the respect that we're due, okay? And we don't want them to violate us because we signed a paper that said we're going to work at McDonald's, or we're going to work here, we're going to work there. Now, they send a CPS to your house because it's an umbrella clause, okay, that creates something, because when you sign this, you also sign the CPS, or you sign to this, or you sign to that, and they're just trying to docket money, take your kids, racketeer, and create a bunch of false rules, or making these rules law, like you got to do it, not giving you any choice outside of those rules, okay, and forcing you to involuntary servitude, okay? That is indeed wrong. And it's not just white people that's doing it, it's black people doing it too, right? So anyway, we don't want to get stuck on the whole color game. What we want to do is we just want to put our status and our standing on the record, okay? So before we even, so once this gets completed, right, we're going to go through the laws, and then we go, after we get to the laws, it says, people upon me discovering that the registration of a live birth, you put your date down, the state of Indiana, where I was born at, my certificate of live birth. You're always going to go to where the birth state of where your certificate of live birth is. So if I was born in Indiana, but I commonly live in DC, okay, I won't be sending it. I won't be referencing DC in the statutory declaration. However, they can get a copy if I'm in DC, okay, because you want to be able to put them on notice too as well. Okay, but you definitely want to be able to send one, and you're going to send one to the mayor, the governor of the city, okay. And some people have even took it to the police department. I'm not opposed to that, but what you want to do, because the police department is once you remember, they work for the executive branch, so they only take orders, right? They're like the guard dog. I don't go to the help, and tell them. I go to their boss, and then I let them know when it's been done or filed. So what I want to do is have a file number. I want to have it filed. I want it to go to the court and be filed, okay? The court doesn't regulate the Queen and the Vatican. The Vatican and the Queen are they boss. So I go to them first, I send them a copy, and then after they get a copy, then I take it and show where it was sent to their boss. Then I go to the court and then file it, because the court is under the administration of the Social Security, and which is regulated by Queen Battenberg, Fraud Queen, and then the certificate of live births. Those are all owned and operated by the Vatican. Okay, he has all the originals and involved. Okay, so having said that, I go to the boss, send them two. We, once you get your declaration done, we send a copy out to both the Queen, again, in the Vatican. When you get it back, a confirmation that it was done. Okay, you want to keep the original too. Make a color copy, send them a color copy. You keep the original, all right? Now, once you have that, you want to show where that's done. Then you want to be able to make your way to the court, the clerk of court. Now, in some places you have wherever you file the deed at, that's where you're going to go file your certificate of live birth. Okay, like on the East Coast, I know it's like in DC, it's called because they don't have a county recorder's office. Okay, they have chancery, okay, court, which is going to be circuit or up under the circuit court judge, right? That's where you're going to go. You're going to go to chancery. Deeds are filed in chancery. Okay, so that's where you're going to go. If you have a hard time filing it, let me know. Email me. We'll look at the rules of the engagement and we'll push it through, because they will take it. Sometimes they won't just take it by themselves. Sometimes they want you to have a deed. It has to look like it's relevant to something that they filed. I've had that problem before. Or you might want to go to a neighboring state and do it, and then give them a notice that it was done in a neighboring state. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do after that, okay, is you'll get a docket and you'll get a filing number to show it was filed in the circuit court or the county recorder's office. You want to take that certified copy, because when you get that, you want to get the certified copy. Now you've already got a timestamp where you show where it was sent to the Queen and the fraud Queen and the Vatican. Then it went from there to the court. All that information is going to be collected, okay, and your declaration is going to be on top. So it's almost going to be like a stamping, like you go around the world and get stamps. Every time it goes somewhere, it's going to get a stamp, okay, to show that it was done, okay, where it was been at. By the time the vital statistics get it, which would be the third place that you go after you leave the court, okay, the vital statistics will get that and say, okay, it looks like they already went to the Queen and the Vatican. And from there, it went to the court. And from there, it went here, okay? You have already notified a bunch of superiors before it got to vital statistics, okay? Because vital statistics is an administration, okay? They're not the overseers of anything. They're just an administration. They're only going to do what they've been told to do, okay? But by that time, we've already talked to their boss, Queen and the Vatican, and then we already went to the court, okay, which regulates, the executive branch, okay? And then from there, it goes to vital statistics. Now, vital statistics, that can be a beast. So, because each state is going to be different. So, you want to definitely give me a call. We'll do a consultation for an hour long. If it's going to be less than that, that's totally fine. I don't charge for anything less than an hour. Anything more than an hour is going to definitely be time consuming. If it's something 10, 15 minutes, or you just need the steps to something done, I already 9 times out of 10 would already have the steps already wrote down on what you need to do. I'll just send you an email and it's done step by step on what you need to do for the process once it gets to the vital statistics. Now, the other question I've been getting in the emails is it filed? Listen, it was once you sent it to the Queen and then you sent one to the Vatican, that really should have been a formal notice. No, I'm sorry, more than just a formal notice. That would have been comprised as a notice, and then from the court, that really should have sufficed as what you need to do, other than having to send all these different organizations. But what happens is you send it there, they act like they don't see it, you don't get anything back. Okay, and that's good. You don't want anything back. If they send you something back, then something's wrong. Okay, if they don't send you something back, by their silence is agreement. Okay, that's called acquiescence. I looked it up so many times, it should be coming up. Okay, agreement by silence is acquiescence, right? Let's see what slow computer as soon as it comes up. And we're gonna do a Q&A after we get into it. It goes through vital statistics. If you have any other places that you have in mind that you might want to take it, that deals with some level of authority, you could take it there too. A lot of people say, how does this affect their job or whatever, their boss? It doesn't affect your job at all. Your job doesn't even know it. If you want your job to know, one of the reasons why you want to get your job involved is because of tax purposes. Okay, that wouldn't be done necessarily with a declaration by itself. That would be done with a declaration, a claim. Okay, it was a statutory claim. Statutory claim, we'll get into that in a minute. Let me just finish what acquiescence is, taking 5 minutes for my computer to boot up. Okay, acquiescence is an agreement by silence. So when you don't say anything, that's considered to be tacit consent. Okay, basically saying that, hey, you didn't say anything, so it's agreement. Okay, if they did say something or they didn't say something, then they're rebutting your paperwork to say that something's not right, or maybe they have some information on you that you don't know about yourself, and maybe you might not be Indian. Some of these people are claiming to be Moors. It's a whole other subject. I'm not going there. Moors did never become Indian until we had like a year or so of main when it was it felt good to claim Indian. Now they're saying they were the Indian. So a lot of people take that frame. A lot of people have asked my opinion on that. I don't think Moors was Indian, because there's nothing in no kind of process other than somebody's just putting a bunch of stuff together to say, this looks like could it be that. There's nothing concrete to say that same person was that same person. There's nothing. It shows two time periods during a time where you had one group here and one group there. If that was the case, then who are they fighting when they got here? Shouts out to Rob Cole, man, Creek Nation too. We build on a lot of some of this information, so it's not something that I would debate. I don't take things for face value. I listen to everything. I don't act like a know-it-all. You don't see me on panels arguing or none of that. I do research. A lot of times I sit back in the back and I watch these panels and I go back and put my paper out. Okay, and I just start doing the research because that's what I do with everything. I don't feel like you should go in. Even a lot of times, I was always told, the smartest person is the person don't say it. That don't say it. That doesn't say it. Okay, and I go by that. I live by that. So what I do is I sit up there and will let somebody reteach me something I already know. And I'll know every bit of what they're saying, and I'll listen to the whole thing, and I'll let them educate me. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes one or two things out of that whole process might be different from mine. I'll pinpoint that, research it, shake that person's hand, and keep it moving. Because the thing is, we all need to come together. But the thing is, when are we going to start talking about how we need to do and come together? Everybody keeps saying we need to come together. Just saying coming together is not making it happen. Okay, the next thing on that is how, when, where, who, what. Okay, so how are we going to come together? We got to start respecting each other, man. A whole lot more than what I've been seeing on here. So anyway, that's my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to get too confused with too many different processes. This person this person that, and then trying to put it all on a piece of paper, and then they're confused. Right now, from the last 200 years, despite of what happened 500 years before that, we are most commonly known as any part of the 5 civilized tribes. Now, a lot of people say, well, we had thousands of tribes. How the other tribe? My grandmother said I was Blackfoot, or which is still Chickasaw or Choctaw, or grandma would say I was Kickapoo. Kickapoo is still Choctaw. Okay, these other branches of Indians branched off from the 5 original. That's why the Indian Bureau of Affairs came out with, let's just limit it down to the 5 roots, and from them 5 we had different variations of different kinds. Okay, so we got to stay on the research, y'all. Don't take things for face value. I love when people drop builds. I go up and it charges me or encourages me to go find the information, and when I find it, I might find something different. I might find the same thing. However it goes, we don't want to be disgruntled. What we want to do is we want to be able to agree. And if there is a disagreement, let's have a healthy argument about that. Let's set some rules of engagement before we argue. So in the midst of talking and arguing, at the end of that, we ain't cussing each other out. You know what I mean? So I thought that's what these debates were. When debates were Pan-Africans, they would always put the rules down there first. And then say, we're going to do this, no cussing, 5 minutes, this, that. And those were some of the best debates. But when you got people go back and forth, you lose the message. We ain't hearing nothing but a bunch of nigga activity. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's be mindful of that. The next time when these people get on the panel and when anyone's been invited on these panels, keep in mind what I said and watch how it will flow a whole lot better than what it was, from how it wasn't been up until now in the past. Okay. But anyway, acquiescence. Let's get back on that. A passive acceptance or submission. Submission means you basically just taking it, right? You know what I mean? You're taking it, right? No matter how it's going, you're taking it. Submission, right? So you can read between the lines. Passive acceptance, right? To be passive, it's a no-brainer, right? It passed, you accepted it, right? Okay, I threw a pass, you accepted it, right? The act of acquiescing or the state of being acquiescent, okay? And it also gives you an example of how you want to use it in a sentence, okay? So it's just that simple, right? Now what you want to do, you want to get back on the decoration. Get back on that decoration. Okay? Let's get back on the decoration, y'all. Okay? Now, right here, except as provided by the Secretary. Secretary is Homeland Security. Homeland Security is immigration. Okay? For those that don't know, immigration deals with what? Status and standing. Okay? Citizenship is status and standing. A lot of people don't even know that. We say, oh, citizenship You know, they think it's just American. You're a member of the American corporation or government, or however you want to say it. A lot of people think government is a country. Okay, citizenship is status. Okay, and status is congruent to standing. Okay, you're standing at law. Okay, what you are. How do you stand? You know what I mean? What is your position? You know what I'm saying? So let's look at that. I want you to say Creek Running Water said it. I want you to say that you seen it, and I told you, and you seen it for yourself. So anyway, here we go. Let's go Wikipedia, because we're just looking for a definition. We're not looking for, a viable a source with, with some, what do you call that, peer-reviewed source. It's not that deep. We don't have to get into etymology to find out. We just want to know, how is citizenship being used, okay, on a day-to-day basis. Simple. Okay, citizenship is the status of a person recognized under the what? Custom or law, okay, of a what? Sovereign state. Each 48 states are considered to be sovereign states, okay, or e-states, okay, as they were before they were called states. If you go to Mexico or one of these neighboring countries, they're still considered to be the states, okay. The United States has a way of wordplay and stuff, and the terminology, they water it down so it makes it something different than what your mind can perceive it as being, okay. And a lot of it is a sleight of hands, okay. But when we talk about sovereign state, we're talking about the state of New York or the state of Mississippi or the state of blah, 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 all 48 states, right? Okay, so a citizenship is the what? Status, okay? And the status is what? Legal status is the position held by something or someone with regard to law. Okay, so that's basically the same definition that I came up with, okay? And it's basically, that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be anything else extra. And a lot of times we want to keep stuff simple too, so we can just keep it moving and get to the next step, right? So except as provided by the what? Immigration, when the instrument transferring. Instrument means what? An executed document. Okay, it's a document that has an execution. What is an execution? An execution is something that permits you to do a task, right? I have to go pay a light bill, or I have to go be able to exercise or do something that you have a contract. If you got an application, the application is still a contract, right? If you have a duty to pay every day or every month or every week, that would be considered to be an execution, right? It has something that has to be done. Okay, so we have an instrument, a paper, or a document that something has to be done. That's considered to be an instrument. A bill is one example. Okay, a deed from a transfer from one person to the next. It's an instrument. Okay, but in this case, when they say instrument, they're talking about anything in regards to citizenship. Now we know that when we talk about the birth certificate is proof of citizenship. Okay, that's why they allow you to use those when you come across the border, right? Okay, so you got citizenship. People want to see how a certificate of live birth is proof of citizenship, because we've been told just passport and that's all they're going to take. Well, okay, what happens if you lose your passport? What happens if you get somewhere and you get the fine, you forget it, you lost it, right? You're going to have some layer of proof, okay, other than your passport, that's going to show that you're a citizen, and a citizen is just status, okay, status and standing from the country that you dwell in, right? And the country is going to do government to government basis, right? Not individual to government. So that's why a lot of times people's paperwork don't work, because they don't see a government or any authority body behind you, okay? And governments only deal with other governments, okay? It's very difficult to deal with a government on an individual basis. That's why we need to come together as a group. More the reason why we all need to come together, right? And stop all this bickering. But the proof of citizenship for U.S. citizens, right? Here it says birth certificates showing birth in the United States, formed in 550. That's going to be under the United States Department of State's Homeland Security. Talking about the N560. Okay, now when you say, how do you get proof of my citizenship? Let's just look down some of the captions of some of these so we can kind of read through it a little bit. Okay, this is going to be immigration right here, the USCIS. Any evidence of citizenship, your birth certificate issued where you were born is. Okay, it's taking forever to click. I think the next week when we get on this, By this time it'll be Christmas. But we definitely want to be able to. I'm gonna do a slideshow presentation, so and I'll have it already prepared. That way we can just slide through each frame, okay, and we can have it already done like a movie or something. I think that'll be better. But it just has to be prepared to be like that, and I'm definitely gonna shoot for that. So next week we can have a better way of doing this instead of just relying on Google. Okay. So, but anyway, what we see here. It's going to say certificate of live birth and see if we can find that without having to read the whole thing. Okay, it's not giving us what we're looking for. So anyway, you definitely can do the due diligence on your own to look that up. Proof of citizenship is going to be your certificate of live birth. Okay. Now, when we talk about citizenship, okay, in a country, we know that that's a simulation of what or how it operates on the private side, but we know that it's not a country, it is a corporation on the private side. And it operates the public. The public is being operated by the private side, okay? So it's being operated in land like a corporation. However, if that's the case and they're really a corporation wouldn't give you a birth certificate, okay? They would give you a certificate upon entry, okay? So the minute that you have something that shows that you're a part of that corporation, that'll be proof of your shares and the amount of that ownership for that corporation. So that would be none other than the certificate of live birth, because they're both certificates. They're issued at the time of entry. Okay, they both have three components. You have an owner, okay, and your mother and your father both using the maiden name. Doesn't show where they're married. Will make your daddy a bastard automatically because they're using the straw man names and they're not using the married names, which could join two people together to make it one. They're only using the straw name, the daddy's straw name, you know what I mean? And two people, these two names of two corporations came together to make another corporation, okay? So remember, the certificate of live birth is only you by title. It is not you, the flesh and blood. The person that created you in the flesh and blood is your creator, okay? And they know that. So what they did is they assimilated or made a, if you will, a created character that symbolizes the one that you and your mama, your mama and your daddy made when they made you, okay? So now your mother and your mother is really your creator, okay? It really ain't no imaginary person in the sky. I'm sorry, I don't want to have to, be the bearer of bad news for any of those who still believing in, something that's going to drop out of the sky. And we're not going to debate that. That's not what this is for. But, your mother and your father are going to hold the title for your soul and your flesh. A lot of people will say, hey, God or Jesus or something. But when you talk about the religion of, when we talk about the culture for indigenous people, we believe in what was called the Great Spirit, okay? Which is similar to what somebody would say, or synonymous to somebody would say God or Jesus or Muhammad or, Gandhi, or depending on what your religion is, right? So, you always had that one who was the follower or the appointed, the one that was chosen by the God or the son from the God, okay, which allowed, him to go and save the lost people, right? So I don't think no religion is no more worse than the other one or better than the other one. I think they all are doctrines, because that's a fact. That's not a thing. That's a fact that they all are created by a man who was inspired by something to write this down, whether it was artifacts before or something that shows and prove that these things existed, was a collection of things that happened, some of the events, but not just events, but also mixed with a lot of what could be considered to be folklore, depending on what book you read out of. It also considered to be parables, where they weren't real things, but they used inanimate things as examples to teach people. Okay, so we don't want to get lost in the diaspora of religion and really have this believing that there's something that's invisible. Okay, when there's an explanation far more correct than the one that we've been told. A lot of us are so superstitious that we just look stupid, right? Okay, and there is some truth to superstition, but it also is a line. Okay, so it is also a boundary to what superstition is, and what superstition is not, and how far we should go with superstition. Okay, so and that could be a debate for another time. However, we want to be able to look into the mother and your father as being your guide on this earth. That's going to be your guide. Okay, God meaning translating to guide. Okay, that's all that is. A God is guide in translation. Even if you are a religious person, your God has a name. His name is not God. Okay, God is an adjective. Okay, it describes something. Okay, his name is not God. His name is either Messiah. It's either going to be Yahweh, or it's going to be Jesus, so forth and so forth. Okay, so God could be Muhammad. Okay, so we already know God is an adjective. Okay, it just describes something that is. So this thing still wouldn't be God. Okay, so but I haven't said that because a lot of people think the word God is sacred and it can't be given to nobody else. Okay, but that's just not the truth. Okay, God translates to guide. Okay, so your mother and your father are really your God. Okay, they're your creator. They created you. Okay, and I just like the Hober say, Sister Hober, she was saying, I use common sense. I use it too because that's what the Great Spirit allowed me to have. They gave me common sense so I could use it, right? So to have common sense and not use it is just you're a fool. You're a fool to say that. So anyway, we got to a mother and a father. They created you. The government came and said, hey, we got a name. Let's take that name and create a title the same way, but we're going to spell ours in all caps, and we're going to take their name. We're not even going to touch that name, okay? But we're going to hold that name responsible for this title. We're going to give it to them, and this is the contract. But let's don't tell them anything, because telling them anything would be giving them too much information, right? Now we don't have slaves for our corporation or debtors for our corporation that's going to pay for this debt, right? So they need you to do all that. So what they do is they package it all up and they tell you, oh, it's a country under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, and that couldn't be no short of the truth at all. You know what I mean? And in fact, being a slave doesn't make you free. Okay, so you can't be one and the same. Something that's total opposite, right? So we want to break the curse of that, right? And then finishing up, we get to the last part of it. Because I think we're going to pass the time. It's already almost 10. I got on at 9:30. Well, it was almost 9 o'clock when I got on. So we were approaching an hour already. So we go to the decoration. Look at the decoration. Talked about the name. Okay, I got it. I got the point. You got it right here. Okay, when you read down here, it says, it says, I'll see it right here. It says, I declare that the name, and then I have mine redacted, but it has the all cap name, which would be Maurice Bennett Ivy, right? I declare that the name Maurice B. Ivy on the registration of the live birth, it's going to be spelled in all caps, okay, is a corporation. And Maurice B. Ivy, which is going to be spelled in the capital, lowercase, regular case spelling. I just made a distinction on my declaration to say one was a corporation and that the name, the family name, the name and the surname and the family name is an indigenous flesh and blood man. I am not a corporation, artificial person, and I give, artificial person, when I lose my spot, fictitious entity or vessel of the United States declared or defined under Title 18 USC Code Section 9, okay? It tells you what a vessel is in the declaration, okay? They have already declared a vessel as being a citizen, okay? Or any type of instrumentality of the government, okay? Or the United States government, okay? So we telling them straight up, listen, man, I'm not under Title 18 USC Section 9, okay? And I give notice internationally, but you send one to the Queen, you send one to the Vatican. So you gave them notice internationally first, domestically second, and the universe, because the universe really should be first. When you do your declaration, I tell everybody, go out and read it out loud, okay? Now, if you're in an apartment building, you stay in a city downtown, a project, you want to find you a spot where you can go where there's hardly any people, unless you like me to just do it, and you know how to be discreet and do it with people around, where you can say it and not look, a certain way, because then, you're in close quarters. Of course, you want to be able to have some privacy when you do it, depending on your situation, right? So, you want to be able to give the universe give them a notice and let them know, hey, listen, I'm Creek Running Water from here on out. Okay. And then you do that, and then you go from that after you talk to your authority, which is your God, okay, the Great Spirit, the ancestors, okay. Then from there, then you translate it to the subordinates, okay, or people that's claiming to be on the same level of us, all right, because they're not more than you, they're not superior to you, okay. They're only superior because you accept it. Like I said in the beginning of this whole conference call, you only being tricked by mind that you're a slave. You're not really a slave unless you want to be, okay? So, but this right here sets apart who you are from who they try to make you be. And then at the same time, they already know, because they already have a back door for you. Once they figure out that you see where the inception of this contract is fraud, it's fraud because they gave it to you as a baby. They gave it to your mother and father and lied and didn't tell them the whole truth. Even if they didn't lie, they didn't tell you or disclose the information. If it was failure to disclose in a contract, now remember this, failure to disclose what a contract is nullifies it from the inception of the contract, meaning from the beginning. So now you've already declared that it was something different other than what they said, that you can't accept the certificate of live birth. From there, now you just stated a claim. From there, it's going to go to international, it's going to go domestically, then it's going to go back to the person who issued the contract. When you look at the top of the contract, it says what? Vital statistics. So it's going to the vital statistics. Okay. So hopefully I made that very clear to everybody. I think, I did a good job trying to rush through this in about an hour's time without having to, go over the amount of time. That's basically, it's that simple. You're going to take all the attachments and you're going to take all those attachments, okay, and do exactly what it says. Just put it with it. I got an organizational chart, aka the family tree, okay, where it starts from you. There's a line drawn from you going left, both directions, left and right, and another line there. You put your mother, you put your father, and it has 2 lines from your mother and 2 lines from your father. You know what a chart looks like, right? Family tree, whatever. And you're gonna plug those names in there as far as you go. All you need is one elder. Your mother could have just told you was in there. That's totally fine. They can't debunk that, because other than that, they'd have to use tangible evidence, not just tangible evidence. They have to use evidence to back up their claim in court. Okay, so in the event that some of these go to court, they have to back that up. Backing that up means that they're going to have some proof. They're going to have some proof, strong proof, that you're from Africa. Not only that, because this is a declaration and you did take an oath, okay, or affirmation, okay, under a declaration of penalty of perjury, okay, the same thing will hold to them. They have to take one too, okay? That's just the laws. That's the maximum of law. That's just how it goes. You can find that provision. Do the due diligence to look that up. That's a part of law. If they make a declaratory statement, then you have to make one. That's why they swear you in when you come into court, because the officers, when they do take tickets and you get a ticket, they already made a declaration. Look at your ticket down there. It says, I declare. That's a declaration. They just made a declaration. Hey, that I see something that happened. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Now what you do, and I've told the officer this one time before, he took the ticket and ripped it up. He was trying to make a report. I said, that's fine. I said, you put that in your report. I said, that's going to be a false statement. I said, under a declaratory statement. I said, when you do that, I'm going to make an adverse claim to your declaration, and I'm gonna file under a declaration to make an oath of affirmation too, to say that you're lying. Now what happens is the court gets that, 2 declarations are done. The court made the officer made a statement, and I made a statement. Now the officer is backed up by the what? Full faith and credit clause. If he violates that full faith and credit, okay, then he needs to be reprimanded. And you can ask the judge to do that, and they'll have to do that. This is what's called the operation of law. Once you know the operation of law, then they have to adhere to their own rules. If they don't, then you can fry them. Now, if you don't, then they have to do what? Bond. You have the right to file a claim on their bond. Filing a claim on their bond is the end game, okay? That takes away their job. We get them fired, okay? It's that simple. I don't understand, the marching and stuff and, back and forth, George Floyd and all this old crap. To me, it just seems like it's a simulation of bullshit, in the best sense, because it's not really something that we've seen it 1,000 times before, and it's not getting us nowhere. Okay, I don't understand why everybody's trying 1,000 different things other than the declaration. This is going to be your one road to freedom. Now, if there's some complications getting this thing filed, or you need to get done, if you need to get the link, but mine is done. I'm about to get off here, so I'm gonna join the chat with y'all. I'm gonna put the link in there so I can communicate with the chat, because I can't see y'all while I'm on the live. So if anybody got any questions, go ahead and shoot the questions now. So we done. It's 10:01. I kept my word on trying to not go past 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So let's keep it at that. So anyway, if I kept it a buck, if you're rocking with me, definitely stay tuned. Next Wednesday we're gonna have a slide presentation. I do have the seminars coming. I'm getting emails and inquiries of people telling me or asking me when the seminar is going to be. I'm gonna give myself another additional week, other than the week I've already promised. We got a holiday that's coming up. I know y'all Negroes /
I'm gonna be out of town next week, Creek.
That's fine. The seminar is going to be. If you want to chime on, let's talk. We're going to talk some more after this. It won't take up too much time, and if we can find a spot of time, that's fine. If not, we'll do it before or after that, because I don't have a definite time. I just know between now and next week, I want to be able to hit it before the new year, and definitely time after Christmas, because Negroes say we celebrate Christmas. We do. You got gifts everywhere. I don't celebrate Christmas, but you either eating.
I don't need them.
You eat chitlins, talking about you eat pork, but you're gonna eat it that one time, and then you open it up, my mama gave me this. I don't celebrate Christmas. Look, Negro, Christmas, man. Come on now. If you celebrate, you can celebrate. You can be an Indian. Listen, our ancestors did all this shit. We allowed them to come and hey, okay, that's good. Y'all come on, let's do that. Do it. If that's what you want to do it. If you don't, then fine, don't do it. Okay. So my thing is, man, let's get to the point where we can just relax. Okay, you don't celebrate Christmas, fine. You do, fine. It doesn't matter. Don't make you not an Indian. you acting like a Negro now. You still an Indian. You still gonna be what you are. You know what I mean? So nothing takes you out of your status, y'all. Nothing takes you out of that. Even you being black, you're still an Indian. Okay, you're just a slave. You're just choosing to be a slave instead of having to standing on the square. That's it. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and shoot some questions out there. Anybody got some questions? Let's get it.
Anybody have some questions you'd like to ask, Creek? Oh, thank you, Bobby Evans. He said, much appreciated, Creek, Bobby Evans Jr.
All right, Bobby, peace, man, peace.
And Denise Cosby, she says, thank you to Denise. Thank y'all for coming out and
gratitude.
lending y'all energy. He's willing, he want to answer any questions, if had any thing you'd like to ask him before we end it. So just put it in the chat and I'll read it to him.
Okay, remember, y'all ain't gotta buy you ain't gotta buy the decoration. Okay, I have people that they want something more, or I've had people try to add other things to the decoration, and since then I added other things to it. But the one that I have is complete. The one that's online is complete. You can still use it. Like I used the example earlier, like a Honda compared to a Beamer. You know what I mean? Of course, the Beamer is going to be more attractive, and you probably could do more things with it. But the point is, both of them going to take you to the same destination. Okay.
Okay.
Miss Seeker, the soul sister. Peace, sister. I see you in there. All right, in the building. All right. That's word. Pony Locks. Peace, sister. Peace. All right. Who we got in the chat? What else we got in there? Miss Leader. All right.
So you do share, right? So I can close the sharing.
Yeah. You can close the sharing. Stop that. Check out how many roots in the building. Gretchen Helm. Yes. Indigenous sisters is in here. Right. Denise Cosby, peace.
Okay. Jonathan want to know, how can they get the declaration again?
The declaration, you can email me. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link out there for the declaration. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now while you get ready to close out. If you ain't
Cadence says, how can you create your own birth certificate?
Birth certificate, you can do what's called it'll be an affidavit, and you can do what's called a nativity, a birth of nativity, or nativity birth. Okay, and it's going to be formed with an affidavit. So it gives them the, so that means it's oath under affirmation, okay, which makes it a binding, a legal binding contract. Okay, anytime you do an affidavit, it's going to be legal binding. Okay, so you want to make your birth certificate, it's going to be affidavit. You don't have to put affidavit up top because it is going to be done by a notary. Okay, now what I did with mine is I went and got, because it's 3 pages long, I did a birth and activity for my daughters. Okay, and I mimicked the same thing that the certificate of live birth does and the birth certificate. I put footprints on there. I actually got a template for that. I'm sorry, it is 3 pages. But that comes with a consultation. It's very, 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 very detailed. I've been across the border with it. I don't have no problem. My kids is enrolled in school with it, the whole 9. And you can't do that, okay? Because they're telling you, oh, we just want to see if your baby's medically alive. Okay, well, fine. I can do all that. I don't need you to do it for me.
They said, Jonathan Crawford said, should we forget about that? It's the Social Security card.
I use Social Security because the money in there is mine, and when when I need to get to a certain age, y'all better cut the check. You want to be able to send Social Security. Some people don't, some people do. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why Social Security is a problem for most people, and they don't understand why they're even getting rid of it, because they think it's a mark of the beast. That's all a bunch of crap. It's no mark of the beast. The thing that that makes it unpleasant when you use Social Security, because it's an umbrella. It's administration that works up on an umbrella with the Department of. If you got kids, it works with what is that? Well, here it's called DCS, or it would be Department of Child Services. Okay. What you want to do is, if you're gonna do use Social Security, what you want to do is send them a letter and tell them that you're going to withdraw the power of attorney in that contract. Okay, and that you're going to handle the administration of your account. Because Social Security is an account. All they are is a bank. It's a private bank, like a credit union. That's all. I looked up the numbers and they came up as credit union. Okay, I've discharged with those numbers on the back and the front of the Social Security numbers, to know that there was account numbers. When you put them into the right federal bank, it will discharge debt for any amount. Okay, they don't care if it's $1 million. However, people, they started abusing it and make a purchase with it. Okay, because they've seen when they was able to make purchase with it. So now they've already scrutinized and made example out of people who try to use that process, like Heather Tucci, right? And we heard about that using the whole TDS process. But there is a process that you can use outside of that. Social Security is going to be a part of that. If you like the benefit of discharging, you're going to have your Social Security number. Some people have successfully used the form to get rid of the Social Security, and they don't use the Social Security number or the benefit program, and that's fine. But they take the number and still take it to Treasury, and I've seen where Treasury still takes that number and they discharge it, and they don't even have a Social Security number anymore, but they still use it in the private. So you have the option of doing either one, right?
He also want to know, how do we get money from it?
How do you get money from? You're not gonna get money from it. What they do is, well, here's what happens. It's 2 things. The money that's in the account is used for the discharge of a debt. It's only used on the private side for any debt obligation, because when they took all the gold and silver, you didn't have no way of paying for any. You didn't have no way to pay your debts. But you're supposed to be able to take your straw man and make a business out of that, okay, and use the credits, take the money and take it to the bank, right? That's usually how it's supposed to go, right? We ain't supposed to be used. Slaves use money. They have to have something something that puts in their hand, because they don't think on a 3-dimensional plane. They only think on 1-dimensional, where it's like they don't think about the next step. They only think about what's in front of them. They don't think what's next. You know what I mean? They don't look at any kind of motive or alternate. That's a slave. It's like a zombie. If you have that type of mentality, or either you just ignorant and you just don't know that money is not better than using credit. Okay.
Okay.
Your question, because I think I went around the whole thing and I left one part out. There is money when everybody knows about the UTM, the utility site, right? Where people use your Social Security number, you put it in this site, and it has a list of all the corporations that are using your Social Security number. You notice that when you put that Social Security in there, you don't put dashes in there, right? Social Security number without the dashes is going to be your private master number, right? It's going to be the account number that they use on the private side for discharging the debt. It's identified under that name under that title of the straw man. Straw man becomes the principal of the account, and you're the surety that's going to pick up the claim for the straw man, right? Now, because I am saying it kind of fast and maybe kind of over your head a little bit, just email me. I'm going to throw the email in. There is a way you can get that money. That money is going to be what the redemption movement calls as the collapse of the straw man. There is such thing as a process, but you're not going to find it offline. What you want to do is you're going to do your declaration first still. After you do that and you establish a rapport with the government as an Indian on your land and that you're not a slave, then they can do business with you on the private side. The private side doesn't deal with slaves, period. So you have to be able to get that Negro off your birth certificate. Once you do that, you're going to show the Internal Revenue Service what you've done, the modifications that you did with your certificate of live birth, making yourself the representative for the title and not the title itself. Then you can be able to communicate with them using commercial paper, okay, which is promissory notes, bill of exchange, international parallel services too as well, okay, or money orders, right? That's definitely going to be, once you cross the threshold of being a slave, declaration, knowing who you are, and some practice and time into class, if not my class, somebody else that's certified, like Yusuf L or somebody like that, they can further take you into the enumerated steps that you're going to need to take in order to get promised. So there's a way you can get that money. It's not like an easy question, you know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of steps that you have to do. But really what it is your escrow account or things that's held in the escrow account under the Cesta KVI Act, which is going to be Social Security. The Cesta KVI is Social Security, right? So anyway, that's that, like I said, I'm going to throw the link in the chat so you're able to do that. I'm still trying to work on that interest myself. I got as far as the DTC. The DTC wants 10,000 before you can even go back to if you want to be able to monetize your certificate of live birth. Okay, the same way they did when they took it and put it in the stock market. Okay, that's 10 grand. Okay, I'm trying to put together a functional business with other people that it can go on it with me. We all get together. We put some of the bread together. That could be you. That could be anybody else. Let's sit down. We talk about it. And throw the email in the chat.
Okay, so you want to put your email in where they can contact you?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat.
Several people, Sika and Kaden, they both want to learn how to discharge.
I'm going to have a class on it. I had a class on the discharge on this. It was 4 videos ago, and it should be on the original Empress Hobart.
Oh, that's right. On my original, it's on my original page, y'all. We will be going back to that page in January. We'll be going.
And then still, y'all can reload. We'll go back and reload some of those old videos and play them back. I took the 1 or 2 of them and put them on my site because you asked. I'm gonna take that video. I'm gonna reload it and put it on mine, so you can have the option to either go into Hobart or on mine. And I'm gonna put discharge debts, so you'll be able to go straight to the video. Because a lot of people are asking for that.
Oh, they had they stopped putting race on birth certificates back in the late 60s, early 70s.
You're still black. They're looking at you. You're black. They just put you on the black. You're still black.
Yeah. Your
mama in there was black. You black. You got cousins in other states that are kin to you that are black. Just because they didn't put it on your certificate, you still black. Yeah. They got it in the system. You got to remember the original certificate was done in the hospital. They gave the race, color, all that. It was all done in the computer before it went to vital statistics. And vital statistics did. You got to remember vital statistics. What is statistics? Statistics is what? Data. They collect all that. When they give you the certificate of live birth, they just giving you a certificate that shows you something was done. Okay, the certificate is just evidence that something was done. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's the link in the chat for the email. If y'all got, I'll take one more question before we get off on there.
We'll take one more question, y'all, before we shut down.
And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get the link for the declaration.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Any more questions?
Okay, give me about 20 seconds. I'm gonna have that link in the chat.
Oh yeah, a lot of my relatives got that too. Pony locks, mulatto.
Yeah, mulatto doesn't signify as black or white. Okay, that's why I always tell people it's mixed. It don't mean mixed either, but
Yeah,
it correlates to both, right? Because it doesn't really go by skin.
nope.
Okay, go on. 10 more seconds.
Oh, they definitely keep records. Hey, don't let them tell you they keep records.
Yeah, they got those records, y'all. That's why they don't debunk it. They know who in there, who ain't, and even the ones that considered to be Moors, some of them will be Indians, some of them would be, but they wouldn't be. It would be a totally different breed from something like maybe a Chickasaw, which came from the Mayan descent. We've already had that conversation before. You know, anybody needs that information, email me. We definitely can get to it. I don't make nothing up. Okay. Now I think they're playing with me because I had the link here, and now the link is not here. So that's crazy. That's totally crazy. Okay, here it is. I got it.
Please smash that like button so we can get the algorithm up and some people, other people will see it.
Hopefully that'll be.
Excuse me, y'all.
That's good enough right there. Boom. Okay. So click the link and download the statutory declaration. After you make the payment, then you just get a download link. You can go to the Cash App. The Cash App is connected to the account. So when I see the Cash App payment done, I oversee the payment, and then I send you the link. You get the link, and it's right there. It's on a Word document, so you're gonna edit it. It's gonna say put your name here, name here, name here. Once you do it and get it done, you're gonna send it back to me. I'm gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it together. We're gonna go through the whole thing, make sure it's done correctly, and then we're gonna send it out to the Queen and one to the Vatican. Okay, and I'll walk you through the whole process, but that's the first part. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna get with you so I can go and get mine done. Creep. Soon I get back in town.
Okay, you got your decoration. Your what is that we talked about?
The
Uh,
birth certificate.
yeah, certificate.
Yeah, I got them. But you remember I told you they talking about they weren't open to the public.
They did what?
They told me they weren't open to the public when I called
No,
out.
offline. Yeah, I'm sending everybody offline to do it. That's how you're gonna do it. Yeah, you gotta get it offline. I'd rather do it offline.
I got the birth certificates. I went and got mine's my daughter's. So
Okay. Yeah, it's the long form. Remember, it's the long
I got
form.
mine. Yeah, I got both. Mine's my daughter's and my mom's. So what I got.
Okay, and this is the long form, correct? Not the short form.
Yeah, it's the one with our fathers and everything on it.
Okay, and make sure it's the long form. That short little blue one, that's not what we're going to be using. That's Social Security. That's up in the Social Security Administration. Yeah.
I asked them for the long form, but I'll let you see it.
Okay. Yeah, it'll say up top, vital statistics.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yep, that's it. Okay. So I got the link in the chat. I got the email in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get at. Let me know what what it
you
is.
want to know the birth certificate? He said you can get them online. You can go online to
Go to the Secretary of State site and put in. Sometimes you got to Google search it a little bit because I noticed how like if you go to the Secretary of State, it won't directly take you to where you need to go, depending on where you're at. I've had some problems with looking at it. It looks kind of difficult, but it really is not. Just put in the name of your state and put in certificate of live birth, and then any search that you see right there, it's going to show you right there. Or you can go to vitalchecks.com and then you can get it there too. They're going to give you the long form. If you need some help with that, okay, I'll help you with that too. Just email me or you can hit me on the phone. Once you do that declaration, we can put that down so we can get to that step and knock that out.
All right.
The link to Vital Checks, I got that for you. It's right here. I'll do that so we can get out of here. So.
Chicken Hominy Root just put it in. She just put it in the chat.
All right, peace. Yeah, she's real resourceful. I noticed that. You put the what is that? The Black Laws Online Dictionary in that too. I humbly appreciate you for that, sister. Yeah, because you can't find it nowhere. So you must have already had a copy on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So hey, that's what it is then. All right, another session. All right, we're getting closer. I got a number of people this week that got decorations. We're getting them out. You know what I'm saying? We're getting them out, yeah. So you definitely want to try to do it in this margin of time.
He said the link to the declaration.
Yeah, the link to the declaration, just go up to Creek Running Water in the chat, and you'll see where it says click link and download statutory declaration. And then you're going to stop right there where it says HTTP. Wait a minute. I'm glad you said that.
It's not in there.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. That went to that's my Cash app. Hold on. It cut it off. That's what happened. It cut it off. Let me go right back to it.
She said Denise Cosby said she's in Indiana. Should she call and call them to change it?
The one in Indiana is real easy, okay, because that's where I was born at. So all you got to do with them is go. It should be on the Secretary of State site, and it'll say birth certificates, and it'll give you a list of instructions on how to order the birth certificate. Once you do that, you're going to get that application from the Secretary of State. It's going to say download it. It's going to be an application. On there, I think it's a section that says long form and birth certificate. They make it real easy. Just put on their long form. That's it. Okay. I got the link right here. I'm about to drop it in there, y'all. Hold on. My computer is running super slow. You need to turn it off and turn it back on. Let's see. All right, let me know if y'all see that in there. Okay, that's the link for the declaration right there.
Okay, it ain't came up yet. Let me look on my phone.
Yeah, I just put it in the chat. And the email, D Hayden, is just scroll up and you see it. I put it in there again.
I still don't even see where you put your link in.
Okay, and I just
there you go.
You see it?
Concentrate. That's your email.
Okay, go up about two people up, and then you'll see where it says Creek Running Water TPS / Drive Google right there .com. You don't see that?
Not on my phone.
You'll see D Hayden email. It says email.
Okay, go above him.
No, go down one. It should be right there. All right, after D Hayden.
I don't even see it. Not even on my phone. I don't know.
Look, I just put it in.
It could be just my phone. Okay, I see it now.
Okay, good. I just put it in again for those who didn't see it. That's the link for the declaration.
Some of the Google. Okay, yeah. I see it. It's popping up now.
Right.
First, it wasn't even showing up.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay. That's it. And just make the payment. Once you do the payment, boom, you get the link, and then we knock that part out, send it out. Once it already goes to the Queen and to the Vatican, you already have standing from that point. Okay, from there it's just letting people know and putting it on file. That's it. Because you already notified them too, right there. That's their boss. Okay, ain't nobody higher than their queen.
He said, "What the Cash App you for access?"
The Cash App, I just put that in there too. It says $ Creek Running Water. Okay, and it's capital C. It's not all caps. It's just spelled regular, right? You know, Creek.
It's right there. Okay, it's right below his avatar right here on the thing. Cash App, Creek Running Water.
Yeah, I humbly appreciate the donation. We're working on the donations is going to the website, and I already got the website domain, but we're trying to get it so we can create it. It's going to have drop menus on there. You know, search what you need to search for. It's got membership. You can log on, the whole nine. So that's where the donations is going to. So we humbly appreciate that. We're definitely going to put a Patreon together with that too. So those that's giving donations can get, you know, different levels of whatever certain type of like for one example would be a decoration. You know, for anything more than $20 or $30, $40, you know, it'd be like that. So you know, we're not going to turn down anything. We don't definitely show you some type of appreciation for the dollar, right? I'm not just trying to take money and just run with it. That's not what I'm about. You know, I'm not looking for no money. You know, I'm not rich, but I'm good. So you know, that's that on that. Let me throw it back in the chat. Sure. Let's go back to YouTube here.
Jonathan no, is it John? Gertran Fraser, Jartran Fraser said he can help you out with that if needed.
Yes, I do, brother. Let me. We'll put the.
Your email is in there. He can email. Yeah, your email. Write down his email, Jartran, and that way you can email him and y'all can go from there.
Definitely. I'll put it in there again for you.
There you go, right up under your.
Shouts out to Caden, that boy is in the building. Yes, young brother right there is up and coming, man. He on this stuff for real. You know what I'm saying? I got him on the square. I'm glad to see you up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got big things. He's going to be rolling with the crew. He said he wanted to. Hey, anybody that wants to participate, that's like the brother just said right there, man, listen, let's do that. That's what this is about. Because, you know, when we get done, we're going to put together this confederation. In 2001, you know, that's the mark of our time. I don't want to see nothing else. I'm not using no excuses. We need to have a government, and it's going to be in 2001. Period.
2021.
Yeah. What did I say, 2001?
Yeah. Go back.
In 2001, well, I'm late.
You know, actually, we're not even.
Get on the yellow bus.
They gave us 1,000 years.
I just messed myself up. We ain't messing with Creek now.
Yeah.
You messed up, boy, when you said that. We was messing with you. We ain't messing with you now.
He said he getting ready to send you an email right now, Creek.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah, do that.
Pieces, you done missed the bill.
His old sister in the building. That's what's up, sister.
Lyrica, you done missed the bill. I kind of figured y'all was tired because y'all been online all day.
Brother Alito, I'm glad you up in there, man. Lyrica, yes, sister. I wait for y'all to call me. We got unfinished business too. You know, I need to make a trip down there, like we talked about.
We getting ready to do that this weekend.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Going there with them Choctaws, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. I know you about to have a good time down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm gonna make my way down there eventually. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what it is right there. Then I don't know, unless y'all got something else y'all want to talk about. You know, I'll give you another question on the go around before we leave up out of here.
He said another question go around before we leave out. So if anything else everybody got on their mind, he said he emailed you now, Creek, so you can check the email.
Okay, that's a bet. That's a bet. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get up off here. $2021. That's what it is, y'all. We're bringing that Confederation back.
And we definitely need our own government. That is what we're talking about. We definitely need our own government.
And we listen, and any of those talking about immunization shots, listen, we about to put the paperwork together and let them know that we exempt from that. Them shot, this stuff that they got.
You need to talk to Lyrica because she already got something together.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen too. It's gonna happen. Yeah, because I think it was Chief White Owl made mention of that, and we talked about that. And I'm definitely going to include that on what's going on. We need to put that to the forefront because they got stuff that should be allergic to anybody that's melanin, anybody with a melanin content. Okay.
Yes.
We got stuff in there that's bad for our DNA and stuff. Listen, that's a human violation. I don't care nothing about no that. Listen,
It's
wearing a mask is one
against
thing, okay, but they ain't never said nothing about nobody's immune system. Immune system will shut it down. A mask don't do nothing, especially if it's not airtight. It's in the air. They're telling you it's in the air. So even just because they think because you mask your mouth, the opening in your mouth, you can't breathe it in.
Exactly.
That's just stupid. Like, you know what I mean? And we about to say we're gonna get with Fucci too. You know what I'm saying? Fachi or whatever we want to call himself. We're gonna get with him.
We definitely need to take charges against him and Bill Gates for violations against humanity.
And it has been done privately. And you know, a lot of these Caucasians have already set out paperwork.
Oh, well, they should. They should.
Yeah, but they ain't publicizing it. But you know, like I said, we definitely setting trails to do that. We got footsteps in that direction because we have a small window of time. When they bring Biden in back after the inauguration, you know, his whole thing was to help us because Trump wasn't doing it. You know, Trump is.
No, he trying to move forward with us getting vexed.
We get this immunization in here and get y'all. I know that's what y'all want, right?
Yeah. No, he wants to knock us off.
Yeah, well. And it ain't happened this far, and we were asleep then, and it didn't happen. So now we woke. Now what?
Yeah. Was there any more questions, y'all, before we get ready to shut it down, y'all?
Yeah, we got these forms coming, though, Katie. We got them. All that's coming, man. Got it. Gotta get these decorations in, y'all.
Yes.
Have a good night. I'm about to go eat a Tootsie Roll.
We thank y'all for coming out. We're supposed to send exemption forms. Yes. We thank y'all for coming out and spending this evening with us. We'll be back. I'm gonna get back in touch with Creek, but you gonna do anything on your channel?
Yeah. When I do the seminar next week, I'm gonna touch with you first to see if I can put you on a day where you ain't gonna be busy. So once I talk to you, then I'm gonna throw the date out there. But I'm telling everybody a week, so be ready in about a week.
Yes, be ready in about a week, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank y'all
next Wednesday, next Wednesday, I'll throw a link out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna be available next Wednesday, then no doubt we can get on my channel and do.
There go Lyrica is back. Lyrica, we were saying he was talking about getting exemptions. He wants to help do some exemptions for the vaccination. He wants you to get in touch with him. His email is in the chat, Lyrica.
I got your email, Lyrica.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it already. I'll shoot you an email on the details and get with you and your mama, chiefness, and we go to the next step. We already started.
I don't know. I see new people. I don't see. We have a matriarch build that we do on Holiday channel on Tuesday nights around 9 o'clock. Most of the time, it's around 9 Central Time. And we also on Wednesdays we have genealogy done on Aboriginal Powers channel. That's genealogy for, they take donations, nothing, they're not asking for a lot, but just for their time and help, donation. They're helping people find their relatives. They're helping you get you on the way, going, in the right direction and knowing who you are, not by saying what somebody said, I'm from Africa. This is to let you know exactly who you are. And they also on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Chief Sunal, they have a Zoom call doing genealogy as well as Wednesdays, but just those two Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're on Zoom. So please support if you can. They're willing to help those, find their relatives and get you on the right track. It's the Matriarch Express is on Tuesday nights on Chief Holiday. Genealogy on Aboriginal Powers channel. So please come by and lend us your energy so we can get moving and get our own government. So thanks everyone for coming out and spending your evening with us. We'll see you all again next week. Are we gonna go back to doing 2 days for New Year come in Creek what?
Yeah, New Year's we definitely gonna do something special, a little treat. It's gonna be definitely early through the before night because people still want to do either get toasty, shoot their guns off. but it'll be way before that. We definitely gonna do
Okay.
we do like an invocation. You know what I mean? Like, you know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? So
All
definitely
right.
do that.
Okay, y'all. I'm getting ready to close out. Peace, love, and light, and y'all everyone have a masterful rest of the evening.
Peace.
Peace. We out.